Which 2019 playoff team has the toughest road back? And LT, let's start with you. Let's start with you.
I'm gonna say the Houston Texans, guys. I mean, when you look at it, obviously they made a huge move this offseason in trading away DeAndre Hopkins, who is the best receiver in the game. And guys, you replace him with, Randall Cobb and Brandon Cooks, and nothing against those guys, but they're not number ones. Let's just call it what it is. So I think their offense is in a little bit of a transition, not to mention that their first 8 games is the toughest in the National Football League. The first 2 games, they got the Chiefs and the Ravens. And you guys all know if you start 0-2, you got about a 12% chance of making the playoffs. So the Houston Texans, they got the work cut out for them.
Yeah, LT, I agree, man. They do have the work cut out. And there was a lot of turnover on that team. So I'm interested to see how that offense will look. But for me, I got to go with the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that pretty much limped into the playoffs last year. And yes, they had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of turnover this year. The receiving core, a lot of the receivers are gone. They've got new receivers there. I just want to see how this team is going to look, how they're going to bounce back. They go into the draft and they draft Jalen Hurts because of the injury situation with Carson Wentz and the consistency of him not being out there. So there's a lot of interesting storylines, like you mentioned, with this team too. Now, when you got a lot of youth, and you don't have a lot of time to go in and game plan and develop and put guys in position, because their offense is going to look different. They're going to run the ball, but I'm talking about at the receiver position. You don't have a lot of veterans now at that position, which is vital in that division and for Carson Wentz to be able to create that chemistry and throw the football. And I think it's going to be difficult for them.
Well, guys, I'm going to pick the New England Patriots. Sorry, Willie, don't hurt me, man. Don't send me no bad text, man. But I'm telling you, the Patriots have the toughest schedule in the National Football League, and they have an early bye week, man, only at week 6. And then from weeks 8 to 11, check this out, guys, at Buffalo, at the Jets, they host the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, and then at Houston. That 4-game stretch is pretty tough without their 20-plus year quarterback and Tom Brady. Who's going to bring everybody together? Who's going to keep everybody on one page? So for that, guys, I have to say the New England Patriots. Come on, Willie, what you think, bro?
No, it's definitely going to look different, man. But, we always say that Belichick and this organization and this coaching staff will have something up their sleeve. It's not over yet. I'm interested to see how it all pans out. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to be at the quarterback position. They did lose a lot, of course, with losing time. They lost a lot defensively. They lost Van Noy. They lost Jamie Collins, Danny Shelton. They lost a lot of really key players on that team. But if there's any team that we've seen over the last 10 years that's been able to bounce back and put it together, it's been the Patriots. So we'll see how it pans out.
Hey, Willie, I wouldn't bet against them. In that division,
that's my point.
I'm not betting against them.
Yeah, I know y'all don't want to bet against them, but all in the previous years, they still had Tom Brady, guys.
Right.
Guys, time will tell whether these teams get back to the playoffs.